Wait, do you have visitors coming within the next 7 days and you still haven't started the Fly Lady system? I got you. In today's video, we're going to cover practical things that you can do within the next 7 days to get your home ready for visitors. And no, it doesn't include shoving things into closet. Not only will your home be perfectly ready for visitors, but it will also be spotless. You're not going to want to miss this one because my home has went from chaos to clean with the help of the Fly Lady system. And today, I'm going to show you how to take these tips and give it a little twist so that you too can have your home ready, not in weeks, not in months, but within the next 7 days. Let's jump right in. Tip number 1, you're going to want to divide your home into 5 zones. If you heard of the Fly Lady system, you might have heard of zones. And if you haven't, I do have a video about it. But for today, let's briefly go over the zones. Zone 1 is the entryway, the front porch, and the dining room. Zone 2 is the kitchen. Zone 3 is the main bathroom and one other room. Zone 4 is the main bedroom, whichever one you sleep in. Zone 5 is the living room or family room, whatever you have. These are the zones. Typically, we take one of them each week and go through them. But for today's purposes and to get your home visitor ready within the next 7 days, we're going to take these zones and turn them into daily zones. So every single day, you're going to take one of these areas and I'm going to tell you in a little bit exactly what to do. Take your home and break it up into these 5 zones or very similar zones that make sense for your home, letting you know the structure and layout of your home. But don't reinvent the wheel too much because the Fly Lady system does work. Okay, so instead of weekly zones, we're going to have daily zones, and I'm going to tell you next exactly what to do with them. So right now, pause the video and break your home into zones. Go ahead and write it down so that you don't forget, and when you're ready, you can continue to press play. Okay, so next you're going to want to plan your attack. It makes sense to start in zone 1, but if you have an even worse room that you know your guests are definitely going to see, you can start there, but then you're going to continue from there. So for example, if you do choose to start in zone 3, then you're going to go zone 4, zone 5, zone 1, zone 2, like that. But just to make it easier, let's begin from zone 1. You're going to want to choose a starting point in each room. I recommend starting from the door and working clockwise. However, since this is a time-sensitive matter, if you notice an area in the room that is significantly worse, I do recommend this one time to start there and work clockwise from there. That way, God forbid, if we do not finish, your worst areas is done. But if you listen to what I'm going to say next, there is no way you won't finish. Also, if you start with the worst part, the rest of it should be smooth sailing. So these are some reasons why you can start from the worst part rather than the front door just this once in order to get things done in the most timely fashion. Now, the day before you start this 7-day plan, you are going to prepare. Make sure you get prepared for everything you need to do. You're going to want a bag, a box, and a basket in order to put certain things in. I'll go over that in a minute. Also, you're going to want some cleaning supplies. And don't forget, if it's fun, we're going to get it done. So make sure you have a fun playlist, whether music, an audiobook, or even this YouTube channel if you so wish. But make sure it's something that's not too distracting. Play it in the background. And that way it was going to be so much fun and time will absolutely fly. Now, I do recommend a bag, a box, and a basket. But if you don't have this, just use whatever you have. I'm going to tell you what it's for. And then you can decide whatever you need to use for it. A bag is to throw out the trash in whatever room you're in. A box is to donate whatever it is that you no longer want. And a basket is to put things away that do not belong in that particular room. Now, you can use 3 boxes, you can use a combination of things, you can use a hamper, whatever it is that you have. Do not go out and spend money, please. Stay within your budget, please. But do use whatever you already have handy to you. Use your creativity, but let's make it happen. Now, be sure you have this ready before you begin the 7-day plan. You divided your room, you devised the plan, you prepared. The next is we're going to begin. Okay, so it's day 1. Up and at 'em, you're going to carve out at least 2 hours. Mamas, I know this is going to be tough. So make sure you either plan activities for your children, or if they go to school outside the home, use this to your advantage, or nap time, rest time, or maybe in the evening when your children go to bed. I warn you though, early birds, this might not work. It doesn't work for me. I don't guarantee that it will work for you, but you can also wake up 2 hours earlier and get this done. In your preparation phase, be sure to carve out an exact time that you're going to work on this. You're not going to want to, the day of, wondering, how am I supposed to do this? So be sure that you carve that out the day before. We're going to start with our entryway, and we're going to decide to work on it for 2 hours. Now, how we're going to work on it is we're going to declutter first, because as the Fly Lady says, and it is so true, you can't clean clutter. So you're going to declutter the area first. Whatever is clutter, just get rid of it. Use your bag, your box, your basket, and your judgment to know what is trash, what is donate, and what doesn't belong in that room. Remember, the more you have, the more you will manage. So just think about it this way. It's just objects. You don't need all of them. But do whatever feels good. Okay, so now that you have gotten rid of every single clutter, we're going to take our cleaning caddies, or wherever we keep our cleaning supplies, and begin to deeply clean the room. Remember, we only have 2 hours. So start from the worst part, or the front door, and clean it fully from top to bottom, up and down. Pretend you're doing spring cleaning. The Fly Lady system works in a way that we never have to spring clean, because our home is always spotless, because every single week we rotate within the zones, and so on and so forth. But that's another video. For today's video, just clean the room from top to bottom as much as you can get done within those 2 hours, or however much you have left after you finish decluttering. The faster you clean, the more time you'll have for this bonus step I'm going to share with you next. But just be sure you have a fun and upbeat playlist so that it can help you to clean much faster. Are you enjoying this video so far? If you are, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also consider subscribing if you like all things homemaking, fun, and productivity. And don't forget to share these tips with your friends and family so that they too may have these tips, and you will be helping to grow this channel and reach more people. It is absolutely for free, and it doesn't even take a second. So go ahead, click the subscribe button right now, and next click that share and copy the URL if you can. Thank you. If the 2 hours are up and you haven't finished, please stop where you are, because there is another thing that you can do a little bit later I'm going to share with you to make sure that you have caught up, but you don't want to fall behind on the other zones. But if you do have an extra additional time, what I recommend you do is pick one of the following. You can organize it or you can decorate it. If it were me, I would decorate it, because organizing often can take too much time, too much money, and too much overthinking. If you decorate it, immediately it will show an instant transformation. So choose wisely, but it is completely up to you. Whatever you choose to do though, stay under your budget and do not take more than an hour to work on this bonus step. If you do choose to organize though, be sure you work on a small area at a time, so in case the bonus hour does pass by, you're not stuck with a bigger mess than what you started. But again, it's up to you which of these 2 ways you want to go. So the next day, you're just going to repeat the process for zone 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just repeat exactly what you did the day before for 2 hours with the bonus hour, if you do have it, each day for the next 4 days. So by now, you will be all done with your zones, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do next to make the most out of having company over in the next couple of days. However, first I want to touch on zone 3. So zone 3 is the main bathroom and one other room. You're the one that's going to choose which is that other room. However, just note that other rooms can include a child's bedroom, an office, a sunroom, a basement, a guest room, whatever the other room is that was not listed within the zones. Pick the one that makes the most sense for you when you have guests over. And since it is 2 hours, I don't know how big your bathroom is, but my one is pretty small. So I would focus the bulk of the time on the other room, in my case. However, I would start with the bathroom because the guests will absolutely use the bathroom. So you choose which ones to start with. You can split it evenly. If one of the rooms is significantly smaller, you can dedicate only 30 minutes to that room. Only you know how fast you will move and how long it'll take you. But that's just a note on the other room. So now you might have 1 or 2 days before the guests arrive, because if they were coming a week later and you worked on the zones for 5 days, that leaves us maybe 2 days to get to work. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the finishing touches. Any other room that you didn't get to finish, go back and finish that now. For an additional 2 hours, you're going to work on the things that you did not finish. You could also focus on other things such as making the room smell amazing. But whatever finishing touches are for you, be sure to focus on that within the next day or so. Or you can even focus on other room. You might even want to think of the menu that you will serve them when they're home. However, if you do often meal plan, this might not be the case. I do have a video on meal planning if you need help with that. But if you do like all this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe if you have received any value in this video. video, or if you like any of my. When your guests are here, you're obviously going to enjoy with them. I hope you had planned out something fun to do with your guests, and it doesn't have to be expensive either. After they leave, your home will be a completely clean. Take advantage of this. You won't have anything shoved into closets. Everything will be perfectly ready for you to start the Fly Lady system. So it will be so easy for you to jump on in from whatever zone we're on. So this was just a one-time thing you're going to want to do. Do not make this a habit, because this one is overwhelming and can easily burn you out, thus causing your home to fall back, and it'll be an endless cycle. If you want to know what to do next though, check out this playlist right here where it tells you exactly what to do regarding the Fly Lady system. And now that you have a clean slate, you can start from there. So it will be super duper easy for you to follow. I'll see you there right now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, to God be the glory. Bye.